This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately.
Recording in progress.
Huh? It's a house!
Well, oh wow, look how dark I am. You gotta fix that. How's it going, everybody? Wow, weird. Maybe you can see me after I turn. Oh, there we go. Looks like the camera setting got shitty. Yeah, this is our May donation night. This is the night where we do the last push, and then after the first hour of the show, then we do we send in the money to various charities and so forth. All right, but it's the last push. It helps out the channel and the charities at the same time. But this month not quite as good as last month, but it's not terrible. But donation night's usually what makes her. I mean, I got a lot of mugs to give out. We've given out, since the year started, over $3,000 worth of merchandise. All right, so hopefully that is good. Hey, Lane S, how's it going? Yeah, there's brainworms again. Wow. Yeah, so tonight. The thing is, I'm giving out like different mugs and so forth for each of the different channel member levels, but if it's not like anywhere near like a normal night, I won't be able to do it. It's too expensive. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Regina Carter, Alley Cake. Let me put that in there. Alley Cake, Lane S, thank you very much. Also, Tiffany May, thank you. Did you guys hear that there's like almost like a Summer Wells con? Like all these different YouTubers are going to Tennessee for the Summer Wells deal. It's like almost like a CrimeCon for Summer Wells. Thanks, Kim F. Sharp Harp. Thank you, Alice Patak. I appreciate it. Yeah, so we're going to do the first hour, and one of the things that was weird that happened was I was looking through my Texas EquiSearch numbers to try to get the correct numbers, and it turns out where one of the $1,000 that I sent in, EquiSearch rejected it or something like that. So it shows as on our end it looked like it made it through, but I got to make up that money. Well, I don't have to do anything, but I've already said that there was an extra 1,000 in there, so I don't know. We have to figure that out. But hey, thanks, Kathy Friedenmaker. Well, there's too little, is what I'm saying. So I'll send them 500 or something more tonight, and then we'll make up the rest at a different time. Not sure what the hell happened there, but I actually called her. I went to my bank, called her, but neither of them had it. But it shows up as a receipt that came in through my Google. So they must have, I don't know. When I called PayPal up, they said that it was rejected from the vendor end. Hey, thanks, Kathy Friedenmaker, Amber Maiden, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Got you in there. You know what's funny is every time we do one of these donation nights, we get the lowest number of people watching. You know, it's sort of telling in a way. You know, it's kind of strange. Hey, thank you, Sherlock Hemlock. Our Amber Maiden said, donation night and the summer thing is not ethical. Yeah, I don't know what to call it. I think some people are going there for ethical reasons, but it just seems sort of weird, you know. Thank you, Sherlock Hemlock. Hello, dear Gray and Freak. Sorry I've missed the shows lately. Yeah, I haven't seen you around. Hope everyone is well. Made it to donation night. Yay, all right. Excellent. And Sarcastic Siren. Got you in there. Lori Fisher. Yeah, so we've already done 1,500 this month. I was thinking maybe doing, if we can do well tonight, maybe get up to like 3,000 more. So that would get us to 4,500 for the month. But I gotta, and 500 of that would be making up for whatever that 1,000 is that's missed, that never made it to Texas EquiSearch. I'm not sure why or how that actually works, but I have the receipt for it, but I checked my bank and PayPal, and it didn't come out of there. I'm not sure what that means. Just, you mean melancholic? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just like, these nights are usually like these big nights to help us push it forward to make it so we get to a certain place, but it's not, it doesn't feel the same lately. Let's see. That should be working. No, I guess not. Hey, thanks, Georgina Stuliker. By the way, Canada, Trudeau just banned the sale of handguns anymore. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. God. The sale of handguns. Like, you can't, we're not talking about assault weapons. What's going on over there, you guys? Georgina? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, let me get the chat bot running. Thank you, Slappy White 20. Found you recently. Love the channel. Cool. Awesome. Well, we actually get stuff done over here. Yeah, that's what the difference is from other channels. I actually did hear back from the brother of the hold on, my brain just froze up. Not uncommon though, not uncommon. Yeah, Megan Marone. So hopefully if I can talk to him we can get some more information. Not really sure if he'll give us anything, but might as well give it a shot. Alright, yeah, so what we do here is in the first hour we try to make that a last push, and then we donate money to various charities. Alright? I can already tell this isn't like the other months that we've had, where it's like it just keeps going and going, and then boom, we're able to do extra that we didn't think. All right, let me. Yeah, and I tried to, you know, like I gave out over $3,000 worth of merchandise over the last 5 months, but now I'm kind of nervous. Thanks, Jillian Pearson. Yeah, I heard that. I wonder what the reason behind not cooperating is. Yeah, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Let's see, what's going on here? Now, I was thinking of doing maybe I had a call-in show that I wanted to do, but I'm not sure. Thank you, Play-Doh, for the PayPal there. Ah, didn't work. And Miss Angels, thank you very much. And also Linda Howell got that one. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't have any like bells and whistles and stuff. Usually the first hour, there's so many super chats coming in. We just talk about, you know, read the comments, and everybody's having a good time. That's just not, it's not happening. That whole month. Let me close this down over there. Yeah, and we only got 119 people watching. As soon as they see the word donation on it, they kaput. Out, gone. You know, you get 300 watching, talking about the Delphi case. Hey, thanks, Tina Susser. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Justina. You're just rambling on. Doesn't even make any sense. Well, I do have expectations because it's been the same every single month, Nano Anonymous. So you do your own thing and I'll do what I want to do, okay? All right? I do have expectations, yeah. I do. On this channel, we, you know, every single month we go out and we try to bring in the funds, and I do the show, and we make a difference out there. And without it, we're just, you know, I'm doing the show and putting out the accurate information, but then that's kind of where it stops, you know? Yeah. No, you were Nano. You were being mean. Okay, so you got one more shot, and you're going to be kicked out of here. I know exactly what type of person you are. You're trying to act. It's the passive aggressive type of talk. Now we got 128. Justina, 128 watching. Let's see. Well, I guess we could do, you know, call in or something like that. I didn't really have anything planned. Usually the show just kind of goes on for the 3 hours. Maybe people call in, and then after the first hour we go. I mean, I have like 4 different cases completed. All right, see you later. You know. Jeff Fiedler. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, that's right, John. That's right. These are all the trolls from the beguiled Shattered Dipshit channel. Okay. It's not the other troll, you know. Let's see. Okay, I'm gotta put you on timeout here. Just something's wrong with you. Just, you know. All right, let me I gotta get the phone numbers set up. Hey, thanks, Sadie B. Alright, I'm just trying to get the phone numbers on. If anybody wants to call in, you can call in. If you don't want to call in, you don't need to. Hey, thank you, Mary Harris. Very cool, very cool. So I got doing this until what time? 6:30, and then we'll move on to something else. Yeah, or actually do the donations and then. And thank you very much, Colin Pendleton, the actual Colin. And Christy Lynn Snow, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to be giving out stuff to the Freak, or like a mug to the Freak 101, and then Oogla Boogla Freaks gets one of a different type of mug, and then I was thinking Megazoids maybe give out a hoodie. And then then we're going to do the spin for the moderators for the mod tumbler. Okay, there you go. Hey, thanks, Tiffany May. Appreciate it. From Canada. How's it going, eh? I know that wasn't the greatest accent, but. There was a body found out near the Summer, like within 20 miles of Summer Wells. And people were saying, oh my God, it's Summer Wells. We don't have any idea. There's bodies everywhere, people. There are like tens of thousands of missing people, and a lot of them are dead, okay? Like, I'd say most of them aren't alive, and their bodies are probably put somewhere. I know that sounds kind of creepy, but it's the truth. Lots and lots of bodies just haven't been discovered yet by the mushroom hunters. I think what the FBI should do is or the CIA should have a clandestine plan to, promote the hobby of mushroom hunting. And then just say, hey, by the way, when you're out there and you happen to see something, we'll let you know what to do, okay? And get like another 1 million mushroom hunters, and I guarantee it, we'll start finding bodies left and right. And you go, well, great, a lot of people hunt. Well, hunting's different. hunters, other than the times when you're looking on the ground, actually looking, tracking a deer, or just looking out to see a deer or an elk or something. Right, so they're not looking at the ground. Mushroom hunters look at the ground the entire time they're out there. And so that means they stumble upon, I think the body find rate, thank you, Kit Kat. The body find rate of mushroom hunters is probably 10 to 1 over a hunter. You know, like hunters, the rate, like let's say it's 1 out of every 10 mushroom hunters finds a body, and then it's like 1 in 100,000. I mean, it's even way more than 10 to 1. I bet you it's like, you know, 100 times greater. All right. Currently, we're about 20% of a normal last day of the month. Let's see. I want to go mushroom hunting, however, with my luck, I would. Well, yeah, but that's what you'd want to go mushroom hunting for, Kit Kat, is be one of the people that find bodies out there. It'd be awesome. Yeah. Looks like we did get one new member here. Didn't see that. Yeah, they're down. Yeah, they're right on the ground, looking around, and while they're just walking too. Hey, thank you very much, Billy Juliana. I didn't even know you could put the emojis in writing. I had no clue. Maybe during this, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks, RM Bell. You know what we could do is we could go over all the emojis again while we're just waiting around, and then maybe I could cut out that part and turn it into a video. I mean, for those of you who have been here and don't know what the emojis mean, are there any channel members that don't know what the emojis are? I did say that, Plato. I'm going to give out, that's what I'm going to give out, a hoodie for the Megazoids. I mean, a lot of you guys have been around for a long time, and appreciate it. Maybe it'd be better to do when there's a bigger night with more people around. Do mushroom hunters eat the mushrooms? I think, you know, they're not looking for the psychedelic ones normally. Thank you, Plato, RM Bell, and Billy Juliana. And Cheyenne R. Oh yeah? Let me check. Yeah, PayPal, you get extra chances at the end. It'll be spinning again. Oh, there's Paulette Leonard in there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. That's not copying it when I tell it to. Alright, got that one, and then we've got, what the hell? Quietly frozen, come on. Wow, okay, well thank you very much. That's going to pretty much wrap up the, hold on, never even seen that before. Ah, there you go. It's a lot of chances. Hey, thank you so much. Wow, that's crazy. That's going to be... Not even sure if I turned that on in time. And Bama Forever, thank you. Wow. Stopping by for the end of the month push. Well, I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, there you go. Wow, you guys. That's like a lucky moment there. I appreciate it. Quietly frozen. Yeah, it's crazy. Quietly frozen. Hey, Eugenie! Thank you. Maybe it's a slow arriving crowd or something. I don't know. It was weird. I've never seen that before. Thank you. Shoot, where was I? Oh yeah, I was back in the PayPals here. We had it was Paul Leonard, and then also Ken Brown. Is that the one? Kenneth Brown? Was there another one in there? Oh yeah, and then one more with Lisa M. Well, how do you go by in here? I don't want to say the wrong name. Is it okay to say your name, Lisa? Or... And thank you very much, Eugenie. Very cool. Okay, Lisa Mosley. Okay, yeah, okay. I thought I saw it in there, but I was like, that's sort of like another name that I didn't want to just say it. So thank you, Lisa Mosley. Very cool. Yeah, so I think everybody should sign up for mushroom hunting classes. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not... I don't know, I was sort of feeling blue. Not too bad though. Thank you. The Velvet Army. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, like $400. Yeah, that's amazing. Sherlock Hemlock. Karen Shank Chapman.
Hi to Gray, our freak daddy.
Oh my god, 50 pages. Oh man, you can make me work?
Wait, what's this one?
Hey, thank you, Jason Truth.
Did I miss a new emoji story?
Chewbacca?
The Velvet Army. Hi to Gray, our freak daddy. Did I miss the new emoji story? No, I haven't done. I haven't gone over the emojis again.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
Sent the PDF. 50 pages. Anguish face. Anguish face.
Yeah.
Anguish
Well, at
face.
least you know it. Okay. I have 50 pages to go look at now. Yeah. Oh, they get the UFO one? Yeah. 1999 and 49. Yeah, is that right? Yeah. Wow, you know it better than I do, Kim F. Sharp Harp. Yeah, really? I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of Brian Hinton. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he does some stuff that's kind of cool that, you know, people didn't get, but it's like, yeah. The whole Brian Laundrie thing was, threw me off a little bit, you know. Yeah, filming people screaming with bullhorns every day, giving them a voice. Man, what a joke. Man, that whole thing. That's okay, the Velvet Army. You can mention him again. I don't hate him or anything. I just, he really, he was just disappointing to me as a journalist in that case. And he goes over to the big ones. Yeah, the whole bullhorns and shit. Are you kidding me? God, what a joke, man. People sitting there screaming at Brian Laundrie's parents over and over and over again, just to be seen on TV. They didn't give a damn about that case. I guarantee it. Not one of those people cares whatsoever. It's all about the sort of the publicity of it. No, I'm just telling you the truth. It's like they really, and the stuff that's being reported right now currently on this Summer Wells case. Wow. Jesus, it's like right out of it's like a circus, almost like they watched the circus and then did a show. I mean, it's unbelievable. So we're going to have to, I don't know. There's got to be some sort of a board out there that has the ability to just shut people down. It's like, it sounds like, oh, you're anti-free speech. I don't know, man. Is it really the same? I mean, when you have like an actual missing person case and you have a bunch of wackos running around just turning it into the craziest thing ever just for views, I think there's something almost sort of like society like just against humanity is basically what I'm saying. Throat punch. There we go. We need help from the aliens. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Miss L. I think I got everybody up there as it was coming along. What did I do? Yeah, I think I got. Let me get Chasing Truth on there. I think I got her, but. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I could do a show tomorrow, and I'd be right back to where anything relevant was in the entire Summer Wells case. I could do a show tomorrow, and it would just be. I could tell you right now. I could just. I'm nowhere. I'm not any different than I ever thought before. My main theory is that Candace covered up something that happened. Then. So there was just this little window of time, and then she came back and told, and then called up Don and all that shit. But that's only like, 60%. Then the other one is that she just kind of wandered off, and she just kept going and going, and she fell into some place that nobody's been able to find her yet. And the other one that's very low odds is that somebody abducted her off of that property. But it's still something that's possible. And that's still where we're at. There is no different over all this time. Nothing's changed whatsoever. Yeah, so we got another 25 minutes. The last push of the month, donation night. Then we're going to do our donations. Do some spinning of the wheel for various... I got a Patreon wheel spin too. Where the hell is that thing? I had it. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so I got a Patreon spin. You get a tumbler. Somebody gets a tumbler out of Patreon. So that'll be good. Yeah, she could have just wandered off. Yeah. That's the thing. I think that's second. Like, I have it like, it's something like 55% Candace, 45, or no, 30, 40% wandered off, and then 5% somebody drove by and abducted her in that little tiny window. That's it. So when you're just in that place and it never changes, nothing said that anybody's put out there, no crazy sleuthing going on is added any extra anything to anything in the case. It's all just sideshow, smoke and mirror crap that, while sounding interesting, hasn't led to anything. And that's the truth. Oh yeah, baby. Well, you might win. Well, that's what I think. I think, I mean, it makes sense that something happened, you know, with Summer, and Candace doesn't feel like it's her fault, so she feels okay telling the story that she's telling. And she can even sound, you know, I don't know. It's the same thing. It never ends. It just, frustrating as hell is what it is. So many other people could use some help at this point. I really like that Dana Dane planet kind of thing, whatever the hell you want to call that, right there on the screen. It's pretty sweet. And thank you guys so much for getting us into our, you know, the reasonable zone on the last night. Let's see what we got here. Hey, sleuthing intuition. Thank you. Wow. Or sleuthing intuition. God, why did I say that? Sleuthing Santa. Who's sleuthing intuition? Oh yeah, not sleuth intuition. Oh, that guy's it. I'm glad I said it wrong too. My brain's just. I was looking over here. Wow, like 6 PayPals came in. I haven't even checked them out. Sleuthing Sandals. So what do you do? Do you go to the beach and look for crimes or what? 7, 9, 10. Yeah, tell me where you came up with that name, Sleuthin' Sandals. Let me guess, you live in Florida while you listen to podcasts on true crime. Is that right? Is that a guess? And no, I didn't do an EVP reading. Aha! Good night, Chasing Truth. Alright. Sleuthin' Sandals. Okay, let me get into here. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we got Your Gypsy on PayPal. And then we got Shazzy D. That's like a rapper name. And then we got Nikki DP. And thank you. It was a cat eye and a half. Another, that same number, that weird number that popped up from the other night. Alright, then we got Tawny Lee. Unless there's another Tawny. I doubt it. then, oh, look at that. B Mountains with a double cat
Chewbacca?
eye. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'll do Chewbacca if you want me to.
So, yeah, there we go. We're all caught up in here. And, oh, yeah, no, we got it. Miss L, thank you very much. And let's see. Oh, I think I missed Miss L up above there. And then kindless. I was like, I know a kindness, but then I said kindless. Kindness cake, okay? Kindless. You're lacking kindness, even though you gave me $10. Thank you very much. Or you're lacking being kind, thus kindless. Yeah. Thank you for your kindness. Kindness. That's funny. Wow. And then thank you to Tina Susser on PayPal. And then also to Nancy Ramirez with another awesome, thank you very much, double cat eye. Right. One below that one. And then also Marine Co. Wow. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I was kind of nervous because the show started so much worse than other ones, but then it turned into something totally different. You guys are awesome. I think Being Nancy, let's see. Oh, that's who you were, Being Nancy? Okay. Alright. Let me switch that up. Yeah, when you send in a PayPal, make sure you put your name in there. Like that you want to go by on YouTube, I checked. Alright, there we go. Got it. We're all squared away. What do we got? 15 more minutes. So what's going on, you guys? Are you today's the first day it's been sunny where I live in a long time. Sun came out. We have one of those mowers now that you push. You know, the ones with the blade that just rotates around. And man, what a difference it makes for your yard. It just, I mean, I've never seen the yard look better. It's crazy. You know, they came before the season starts, this guy shows up, doesn't charge much at all, and just does all these extra, you know, pokes holes, puts some fertilizer, whatever, and then boom, man, way better than it used to be. You love fruit cake, huh? You don't like chocolate cake? I like just chocolate cake with the frosting, and just I could just sit there and eat it all day, you know. Just well, thanks, kindness cake. I said it right that time, not kindless. Where the hell did I come up with that? Thank you, True Crime Maria. You know what would be amazing is if all the YouTubers out there, you know, that get tons and tons of super chats did the same thing. You know how much good we could be doing? I mean, we could be doing like millions a year.
Smile, smiley face, shortcake.
That'd be awesome. I'm trying to encourage that.
Thanks for kicking ass and being awesome. Gray.
I mean, even just some percentage, you know, like 10% or anything. Yeah, you make a good chocolate chip pound cake. Yeah, I just like that, you know, it's that just that really dark, moist cake with like almost a fudge tasting. Man, forget it. I can't. If I talk about it, I just want to go get something that tastes like that. And I already said my favorite ice cream is chocolate mint chocolate chip, but then you also have the peanut butter and chocolate. You really can't miss out with either one of those. Oh yeah, Milano mints, Billy. Yeah. You know how many times I went to the store and they just weren't there? I'm kind of glad in a way because, man, I don't leave anything in that bag. You know, you get that little Milano mint bag, you open it up and there's like 2 or 3 layers in there, and it's just forget it. I actually put it into my mouth and I push on it slowly and just like a almost like a rabbit. Just it's like a machine. I'm telling you the truth. I mean, I actually eat them like that. That's a yeah, they're definitely, you're not supposed to just have like one. Well, just have a couple Milano mints, but there's no way that a sane human being could eat 2 Milano mints, put the bag back over, and have 2 tomorrow. That's impossible, okay? It's okay. For example, if you haven't eaten potato chips in a year and you open up a bag of Pringles and you eat, could you eat 1? No way. But Milano mints are better, so. Thanks, Lynette Burns. Howdy, sweet cheeks. I went you on the chocolate chip mint thing. All right. Nothing else, though. Yeah. Yeah, I end up when I get a bag of like.
I'm with you on the chocolate chip mint thing.
Hey, thanks. We're all survivors of something. Yeah, that's for damn sure. So here's the plan. Here's what you do. You get a big, huge bag of like Pringles potato chips, right? And you just start mowing them down. You're mowing them down, and then there's a moment where they're not quite as good. That's immediately you take the bag and you dump it in the garbage can. Chips first, okay? Like you dump them, mix it in with the trash, right? Because if you don't do that and you leave it in the bag, for example, you'll definitely look around, open up the garbage can and pull that bag right out and eat a few more, right? And if you just dump them all in one pile, there might be a few that hadn't touched anything yet. Come on! You know it, man. You know it. Don't try to make something up. Oh yeah, you guys know it, man. Yeah, you gotta add stuff to it to make it like you don't want to eat it at all, right? Like just throw some garbage on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the honest to God truth right there. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I've eaten, have you ever had the salted Snickers that are out there? Those are amazing. You can only get them in certain select stores. Hey, raise your hand if you were alive when Bubble Yum first came out. Bubble Yum. You know, I think it was like 1976 or something, right? Might have been like 75. I don't know. It's right around that time. Bubble Yum, the original Bubble Yum.
Chewbacca?
Oh, I'll be Chewbacca if you want
Okay.
me to.
So do you guys remember? Quietly frozen. Do you guys remember the moments where? Okay, so hold on a second. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen. There was a secret. There was rumors. There was secret. There was a secret out there that grape bubble yum was about to hit the market. Oh my God! There was this grape bubble yum. Thanks, Melinda Moda Maiden. And that grape bubble yum was so hard to find, right? It was ridiculously hard to find. And you could sell like one piece for $1 to a kid if you wanted to. I never had it, so I couldn't do that.
Every single night.
I was always the one wanting the bubble yum. You could get it like at a couple stores here and there. Man, whoever marketed that was a genius. Yeah, I mean, it was like, thank you, Melinda Moda Maiden. Hard work on these cases every single night. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, and bubble yum, it was really good. That grape bubble yum, it was like really grapey, which you would hope when it was grape bubble yum, right? Like. If you ate grape bubble yum and it tasted like a barbecue potato chip, you might not eat one again. Well, especially if you didn't like barbecue potato chips. Yeah. Rumors now is that M&M are coming in chocolate, not fudge. I thought they were already chocolate. I don't know, man. Grapey. Very grapey tasting hillbilly. Very grapey. Yeah. You know what's weird about the bubble yum bubbles, Billy, is that once you blew the bubble and popped it, man, that stuff stuck on you. Like, you could use that to bind some of the walls in your house with. Like, if you were building a house, you would just chew gum and stick it in the middle. And you wouldn't even need nails. That stuff was like... Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely... That's all there was grains of sugar in the bubble yum, right? You put it in your mouth. As soon as you get chewing on it a little bit and your tongue could sort of get the flatness, it was all these bumps because it was just sugar. Just full granules of sugar stuck in that thing. Oh, yeah, watermelon was good, too. That was kind of later when it wasn't a fad anymore. Like, it was bubble yum... And then grape bubble yum was only the special kids got that. They were the ones who went to Trader Joe's getting a deal in the back room somewhere. Was it? Oh, boom, 1975. Awesome. Yeah, I just remember that part. Thanks for looking that up. Scott Holland. That's right. See, you guys, it just proves that. Oh my God, that must have been a nightmare, Bama.
Goat is correct.
Oh man, I could totally see that too. Oh man. Make me pretty big and you know what? Yeah. Never got gum. I got dentine. The denture gum. What? Oh, you had braces and ended up with pretty teeth. So mom and dad was right. Okay, there you go. Right, but listen, as soon as you got those braces off, you just went straight to the bubble yum counter, didn't you? No, Gray, I was just so used to Dentyne at that point. That, you know what? Yet does it still exist? Wrigley's, like the spearmint and the peppermint, whatever the hell, the juicy fruit. Remember that? Do they still make those? You know, the little yellow packet. I haven't seen one. They're just buried underneath all the other candies out there. Yeah, double mint. Jessica Schubach with the aliens.
Bubble yum memories.
Yep. All right, what do you got? We got 3 more minutes, then we'll start. Yeah, I think we should be able to do what I wanted to do now. Yep, probably we could do it. You guys remember the commercial with, I think it was called, was it Ovaltine or something? It looked like this kid would climb up on the counter as if it was a quest of some sort. I don't know if it was Ovaltine. God, they had such garbage back then. Man. These little things that looked like licorice, but it was like some astronaut. And it tasted terrible, but you thought it was important to eat because they told you astronauts ate it. What was that stuff called? It was like a little... It was just sort of a round cylinder thing. Oh yeah, Tang. Ew. Yeah, Ovaltine. Yeah, it was some kind of a packet. It looked like it was... it looked like a Slim Jim, sort of, but it was more like a candy, half candy, something. Terrible. How did Tang get brought up? Did I bring that up? I don't remember saying that. No, it was just this Quisp or Quest. Huh. I don't know. Thank you, Vicky H. Let me see if I can find that, what was that? Like a astronaut food for kids in the 60s or 70s. It was just, wasn't really, it was... Yeah, look at that. Look at it. I see it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Right there. That was it. Look at that. That's exactly what I was talking about. Oh my God. Right there. Space food sticks. Balanced nutrition snack. Look at that damn thing. Oh my God. That actually was... My memory wasn't failing me. There it is. Look at it. Right there. No, it was just some garbage. Look at that thing. There was probably nothing of value in that thing. Oh wait, you can't see it. Oops. Right there. Look at right there. Look at these things. That's all. That's exactly what I explained. It looked like a Slim Jim. Is that really a commercial? Oh man.
You'd build good, balanced nutrition into the most delicious taste you could find. That's what we did at Pillsbury. We combined a balance of protein, vitamins, and minerals with amounts of carbohydrates and fats normally needed for good nutrition.
Like, you know what this is like? Soylent Green, okay?
We made Pillsbury food sticks. 4 chewy, creamy...
Pillsbury food sticks, okay? What do you think that actually means? What is a food stick, you know? Like, this is, you know, that's a spooky stuff going on here.
Flavors, about 44 calories each. Food sticks, balanced nutrition, built by Pillsbury.
Oh my God, that is exactly what I was talking about right there. I could not believe it. I just typed in astronaut food for kids, and there it was. Oh, man. Huh. Unreal. My memory is not failing me. Yeah, wouldn't you try that? Only 45 calories. Man, that's amazing to have a food stick. 45 calories. I think it was made out of soy and meat flavoring. What meat that was, we don't know, but it tastes like food. Hey everybody, it tastes like food. Have you ever had food before? Well, that's what it tastes like. No, but what kind of food? Well, just food. Okay? Silent green is people. Yeah, it wouldn't really sustain. I mean, an astronaut would have to eat like 92 of those sticks to survive on a daily basis. All right, you guys, we're past the time here, so that's it. If you, you know, if you send in super chats and whatnot throughout the show, it'll still get added, but we're going to send in the, let's see, so what do we got? 15, we've already done 1,500. All right, so I think I'm going to donate another $3,000 tonight. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to send 500 more into Texas EquiSearch, because there was $1,000 that I sent in that apparently they rejected, and I didn't, you know, I don't notice that. It's just sort of like you get a receipt. So I got to send that back in. And then maybe we'll send 500 somewhere else that you guys maybe decide on one of the ones. Maybe Innocence Project again. We haven't sent them anything. And then maybe we'll send the other 2,000 into the DNA fund. Keep building that sucker up. What do you guys think of that? Sound good? Let me know what you think. I gotta go get my card. Yeah, so it's cool. We did it. It's gonna be more. I was hoping to do 2,500, but I think we can do. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, Texas EquiSearch. I actually called them today. They were looking for somebody. She couldn't tell me what they were doing though. All right, I gotta move it away because it goes to, you have to do the sign in. Let's see. So there you go, right there. It says, thank you for donating $500 US to Texas EquiSearch. If I go into here, it probably will be there. Sometimes it takes a minute or two to pop in there. There's my email from Chasing there. Let's see. There it is. See? That's even more proof. It just shows up right there. There it is. See, you donated 500 to Texas EquiSearch. That's the same thing I got before that had 1,000, but they didn't get it. I don't know if they said it didn't work on their end, but apparently, let's just see it. Well, this one worked because I can tell by the number down there. That's the correct look. So there you go. Awesome. Boom. All right, you guys. So we got. Let me write this down. Let me get one of my handy dandy notepads right here. All right, let's. So the first one is 500 Texas Echo Search. All right. Then the next one was going to be the Innocence Project, right? I know that Amy's pretty into that. Anyways, thank you guys so much. You guys are the ones that I mean, I do the show. You guys support the channel, and you're what make, you know, the people that make this actually happen. All right. So let's see. It says other on here. There we go. One time. Does it have a PayPal in there, or? Oh, it does now. Awesome. So I'm going to do it off over here again. Donate. I will do this one to. I'm gonna make it for Amy. She's the one that always talks. Dedicated to Amy CHS. I don't have any other information. That's it though. She's the one that always wants to. I'm a big supporter of what they do now. I used to not really give a damn what they did because I was an idiot. But I mean, they, you know, the fact that they've helped exonerate so many people just shows you how absolutely important they are. I gotta fill this out. Sucks. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. When you do PayPal, it should just immediately go, so you don't have to. It has all the information on PayPal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's communicating with PayPal now. It's communicating. See right there, communicating. Whatever that means. Redirecting. All right. So there's the thank you for it. Now we just have to go check my email and it's already there. Look at that. The Innocence Project. Boom. 500 right there. Okay. So got that one. Gotta write that one down. Okay. And now we're going to move on to, I have to go use my checking. Okay, so here's the deal with the amount that goes to our DNA fund is that there used to be a place, you could still do it that way, go to Intermountain Forensics and send it in, but whatever their processing center was would take 6% out. Okay, so there was a year that we sent in $20,000, and 10% of 10,000 is 6% of 10,000 is 600, so that's $1,200 from. I mean, that's like 5-6 nights worth of work going to some commission in there. So that's crazy, right? I mean, so so what we did was we figured out a way with Intermountain Forensics, and the way we came up with was that I do the check through my bank account, and it gets to them, and then usually around the 7th or 8th or so, they get the check, and then they update the database, and then at the end of the month, she sends me a balance sheet. Currently, there's like 18,000 in there, but there's I think 2 or 3 cases in the works currently that are using those funds. All right, but they're really good at. They let me know how it's being used and everything. I'm sure that was a really boring story right there, but I was just explaining it to you. Alright, so let's do this one. I mean, I think there's a screen that I can show you after I send it, though. Where is it? Ding, 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 ding. There it is. All right, 2,000. It's going to be for identifinders. Okay, identifinders. And we'll do the regular one. Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. There we go. All right. So there we go. There it is right there. Okay. So you've scheduled $2,000 payment to Intermountain Forensic. $2,000 January 1st. So that's June 1st. I mean tomorrow. Delivered by June 8th. There you go. Boom. So we got it. All right. There we go. And so close that down. Put the 2,000 over here to identifinder, or not to Intermountain Forensics. DNA. All right, now we got to update the. Oh shit! What was I gonna do? I was gonna try to make it the numbers. I hate how the numbers are up on the. Actually, I think the Texas Echo Search, the number on there, I got to reduce that by the 220 because I think that was over there on So Mean. Because on So Mean, we're donating 25% of the gross net revenue. So, oops. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let me fix something in here. I hate that 17,555. Drives me nuts. Does that bother anybody else? There it is. So let's do the charity part first, below it. Okay, so I'm going to remove 220 off of Texas Echo Search because think we did that over there. So let me. I was trying to calibrate and figure out the Texas Echo Search part today. It wasn't working. All right, so now that's going to be 2,500. 2,500. Okay, it was that Wounded Blue Fund that got the crazy numbers in there. And then we've got, now it's Innocence Project is now, that was 525. That's what was crazy. Now it's 1,025. And then we also, in the DNA fund, so now we have 8,500 into that so far this year, which is basically a really expensive case if you're going to do one. All right, so that should be good. Okay. All right, so now we're going to edit this number. What was that before? 220? Yeah, crap. A second. So that would have been 220. Jeez. 35, 4, 3, 35. No, 325. God, what the hell number is that? Hold on. 220 off of that would be 335. All right, okay. At the end, 335. Then we're going to add 500. So that makes it 835. Then add another 2,000. So that'd be 19,835. And then add 500 more. So that would make that 185. Let's see, 500, so it'd be still 35 on the end. So it'd be, let's see, 2335. Is that right? 3, 30. Yeah. I think that's right. I'll do the math later, but does that look about right? Yeah. So there we go. Awesome. So that's where we're at right now. For the year, just after the 5th month, we're at 20,335. Which is pretty crazy, right? Like that's, I mean, in 2020 we did 22,000 for the year. Last year we did really well, 42,500. But if we do the math and think, well, if we do another 3,000 or 4,000 this next month, at the halfway point we'd be at 24 something. And if we keep on going, then it would be 48,000. So that'd be pretty awesome. Anyways, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are why it happens. You're also why how my channel keeps going. You support my channel and thus the charities at the same time. And you allow me to do all the stuff like go to CrimeCon and my computer breaks down, I can get one. Hell, if I need a drone or something, you guys are, it's there to do. So I really appreciate it. It was weird at the beginning of the show how slow it was, but maybe it was just the timing of the show sucked because you guys came in, especially you, Quietly Frozen. I mean, that was crazy. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mrs. Ryan. Yeah. So hold on a second. Yeah, maybe it was the timing, but man, it was weird. Normally at the beginning of the show, it's like a, I'm not even sure what you call it. Like, it just goes, you know, it's just crazy. So then I was nervous because we've had those nights. All right, let's see. Where is she? Wow, thanks, Susanna. Nick Golapadric, not Mac Golapadric. Thank you. And Kristen Cure, goal!
I know this donation will be put to good use.
It's in the back of the net. What a goal that was by little Pierre Litbarski. Everybody's like, what the hell is that? What does that even mean, Greg? Well, it was a soccer player that played for the German national team named Little Pierre Litbarski, and there was a guy named Toby Charles. He used to do Soccer Made in Germany on Channel 10 during like Sunday afternoon or something. And he'd go over all of the Bundesliga games and all that kind of stuff. And he was so cool because this is what he sounded like. Watch this. Hello there, this is Toby Charles saying hello and welcome from the Centennial Stadium in Montevideo. In front of this huge crowd of well over 100,000 to see Argentina versus West Germany. Yeah, he was so great. Like, everybody would always imitate him. You know, like when a goal was scored, he'd go, "It's in the back of the net. What a goal that was!" And you're like, this guy is flat bananas right now. I'm telling you though. Hey, let me see if I can find. I'll show you what he sounds like. Wow. I bet you there's got to be Toby Charles on on YouTube right now. Hold on. Okay, this is what he sounds like. Here we go.
So the half-time score. Naturally, Hannes Weisweiler
very
pleased indeed with that. But in the second half, especially at the start of the second half,
oh yeah,
look at that shot from Dietler against the bar. Stuttgart really went at Cologne.
Yeah, see that? This guy's awesome, man. It was freaking amazing. Soccer Made in Germany. Oh yeah, sweet. Ask him if you knew who Toby Charles was, Melinda Moda Maiden. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he was really great, you guys. He was freaking amazing. Trust me on that. Oh, thank you again, TTJO. All right, well, here, what we're going to do now is we're going to spin for Hillbilly Uncensored's birthday. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Hillbilly Uncensored's birthday. Wow. All right, Mary Lou, you got to sing happy birthday for Hillbilly Uncensored.
Do I have to? Wow, let me put a chew in, okay?
What, you're going to chew? Why would you put a chew in?
Well, they said hillbilly.
Oh, my God. Mary Lou, you sound a little bit biased, if that's the correct term.
Sorry, Grady, I just assumed.
Well, he shouldn't assume. Okay, so anyways, it's Hillbilly Uncensored, their birthday today, okay? So, sing happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday, Hillbilly Uncensored. Happy birthday, Hillbilly Uncensored. Happy birthday, Hillbilly Uncensored. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Wow, Mary Lou, have you been smoking your cigarettes again? You know, the Retsin ones that I gave you a while back?
Yes, I have, Gray, and they don't help me out at all. My voice still sounds like that. Thanks a lot.
Wow, that's horrible. I think you should try the new low-cal cigarettes next time, Mary Lou.
Okay, I will. All right, thanks, Gray. Bye.
Oh, boy. Unbelievable. All right, that's it, and I hope that... also, thank you up there to Laney Dune. Where do you live over there in the UK? Lane Dune? Wait, I always remember, I used to say Laney Dune. Was that correct? Or was it Lane Dune, the second one? Number 1, Laney Dune. Number 2, Lane Dune. Because I've said Laney Dune before. Okay, 1, Laney Dune. 2, Lane Dune. Is that reverse of what I said? Ah, God. Hey, thanks, WNC Grant. Okay, so, Lane. Right? Okay, Lane, okay. That's what I thought, because I remember I was saying Laney one time, and then you might have said. I like that name too, though. Lane Dune. Alright, so now we're going to do some spins. Oh, you're in London? Alright. We're going to do some spins now for various things. Okay, we're going to start off with the Freaks 101. Alright, so all the Freaks 101, there's a ton of them. But you can win a everything mug, okay? That's it. Because it would take you about 20 months to pay for one of the mugs. Alright, so here we go. We got, wow, look how many pies are in that one. Oh, let's get our cool, you know, our jazz music playing. You know, I know everybody loves it. It's called Interactable. Oh yeah, aren't you guys feeling particularly interactable? Hey, I'm not to the pies yet, you guys. God. Mellow out. What am I supposed to look at? I haven't even got there yet. Shovel. All right, here we go. Here comes the spin for the what do you call it? Everything mug. Okay, everything mug. Don't forget, you guys. Here we go. Bang. You have like really low odds, but Caddy Corner. There you go. If you're out there, Caddy Corner, you won that. All right, we'll do one more in this category for the free card mug with a sketch. WNC Granny 1. What about it? What do you mean, look at the wheel? Look at the wheel, geez. I don't know what that means. What's going on? What happened, everybody? Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, it doesn't have it has a green background. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Let me see. Filters. No. Filters. I don't know. Should have worked. Not sure what the deal is there, but. Oh yeah. Okay. But anyways, those are the winners for the what is it called? The I can't remember right this second. What's it called? The lowest levels, the Freak L101s. Okay. Let me try to fix it so that background isn't like that. It's supposed to be invisible. Chroma key here. Then I'm gonna add it back in. There we go. I think that works. Alright. Not puzzles. Pictures. Don't know what that means. Yeah, I know rewind mode's on. People, at least it's not like an hour behind, like having rewind and closed caption. There we go. Oogle Boogla Freaks are gonna win a tumbler. Just one tumbler out of this one. Alright, there we go. This is Oogle Boogla Freaks tumbler time. Stoll wins the everything tumbler. It's up to you to be watching the show to know that you won, though. Okay. I don't have everybody's email addresses. Hey, thanks, K-Dog. Megazoids. Alright, here we go. These are the Megazoids, and the winner of the Megazoids gets a hoodie. Alright? Which hoodie how about the We Are Freaks one, or Nefarious, or which one? You know what I need is a hoodie that just has the heart and the word freak in the middle of it. Alright, here we go. This is for a hoodie here. I guess it's whatever hoodie you want. When you just in the email, just tell me what hoodie you want, okay? And your size, okay? Don't be shy either. Well, Gray, I'm a small. Okay, well, let's... what if I am a small, Gray? Hey, you know what's better is having a big, large one that you can wear around the house as if it's a robe. It's always better to have more, right? Like if you're small, get a medium. Alright, shovel, shovel, shovel. Here we go. Here's the spin. This is for the hoodie, right? Any hoodie you want. You know what's funny is a lot of these winners I haven't seen very much in here, but hey, they're channel members. All right, there we go. I think I've seen Janice in here though. I believe. Wasn't she just in here earlier? I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. She wasn't a channel member. Patreon. Patreon gets to win the everything tumbler. All right, there we go. Here comes the Patreon. If you're on Patreon, you get to win the everything tumbler if it lands on your name. There we go. She's probably like, oh wow, I forgot I was even on that guy's channel. Alright, now we're going to do the mod tumbler. Where the hell is it? Crystal, aka I haven't seen her in a million years. I'm not sure where she is. Alright, here we go. The mod tumbler. Angel. There we go. Crystal, aka Beaver Gaming, win something in there one time? Well, she did. Alright, you guys. Well, there you go. There you have it. This video contains subject. Oops. All right. Well, congratulations to all the winners out there. Make sure to send me an email with your address, and if a size is needed, make sure to send that in as well. But it's up to you to know that you're a winner. And the way you know that you're a winner is if you watch the show. Okay. So watch the show and know that you're a winner. But listen, you're a winner regardless. And you're a winner because you're on this channel. All right. Well, there you go, everybody. And so ends the donation night portion of the show. You know, thank you guys for making the night happen the way it normally happens each month. So at the beginning of the month, the night, it was just like, oh my god, this, you know, but boom, totally got to normal. I think it was probably maybe it was early or something. I don't know. Then at the end of the show, we'll do a couple spins. You know, we're giving out so much merch. Probably just do like 2 or 3 spins off of the night. You know, for maybe, let's see, maybe we'll do like, maybe I'll do like 3 tumblers or something. All right. There we go. We'll do the 3 everything tumblers at the end of the show. Of course, I always get lucky with the, you know, when you like Miss Angels. I think she lives in Australia, and then those tumblers sending it to Australia isn't cheap. You know. So you're telling you that there's a chance. There is a chance. There is a chance. I mean, we've already given out $3,000 worth of merch since, and that's, when I say $3,000, I mean that's how much it's cost me to get and send it to you. Not like it's worth that, you know. That's what a lot of people say. Because I use Teespring, right? I can order a sample, which there's no profit on my end. They make profit, obviously, because but so I pay it like at cost to me to send, right? So let's say a tumbler, normally if I sold a tumbler, let's say it was $28 or something. Well, $22 might be what, you know, so it's only like a $6 profit or something. The $22 is what it would cost me to buy a sample, and then obviously they make whatever the difference between what it costs them and $22, right? So that's what's kind of crazy about it. I mean, it'd be great if I had a place to store all this stuff and ship it myself and mass order it somewhere but I think their quality is really good on those tumblers, you know? And it's so much easier just to, you know, have them ship it and everything. Something breaks, they have to replace it. It almost feels like you could just have this playing endlessly in the background. Almost like this one. Having a few drinks, sitting around, listening to this one. Yeah, this is my favorite one.
From the green forests in the Pacific Northwest, I bid you all good evening, or...
Hey, that sucks when you do. And good evening and welcome. They're pretty good, aren't they, Quietly Frozen? Like you're just sitting around doing something. Crazy. It always brings back memories, you know. I mean, that's literally like a 25-year-old audio that was part of a program somewhere. It had nothing to do with anything. I don't know, they're pretty easy just to wash by hand though, that JM71. Have you put yours in a dishwasher? I'm not sure what happens when you put them in a dishwasher. Does it wipe off the pictures or? God, I hope not. Well, you probably don't want to experiment with it, right? Yeah. Well, what do you guys want to do? I can do one of these cases that I've had for a few days. Or we could just do, you know, some sort of call-in, you know, on the Delphi case or something. I mean, here's something that was interesting from today. By the way, you guys, look at these. I'm telling you, you guys got to get these new Android phones, the flip phones. Look at this crazy crap. Like, you can actually have the phone sitting like this and live stream straight from, like, you could have it like that on a counter, and the camera's right there, and the little window goes right up in that upper part there. See that? Boom, right? So, I mean, it works just like the other ones. It has a little bit of a crease in the middle there, but it... Oh yeah, you want to do one of those? Okay. I was going to tell you, though, that on... Here's something that's weird. The murder sheet sent this, but somebody else already sent it to me. But there's this lady named Kathy Ann Shugart. That was one of the people in all of the Delphi chats, one of the biggest Looney Tunes, right up there with Shattered Mirrors and a bunch of the other morons that are out there, okay? Just embarrassments of mankind. But she was always out there blasting Kelsey and all these people. And it turns out that this lady named Kathy Ann Shugart, listen to this, criminal sexual conduct with a minor, 11 to 14 years, second degree, and so she was arrested, this lady. So then you start wondering, gosh, is she part of the, is she part of that ring of some sort? I mean, how weird is that? And guess what? I've had her blocked. She was the 5th person I ever blocked on Facebook 5 years ago. I mean, she was that crazy back then. But she's a criminal in the same realm. So then you start wondering, why was she acting like that? I mean, it crosses your mind, right? It crosses your mind. You think to yourself, well, why was she acting like that to Kelsey when she is one of those people, you know? And we know about how there's a big ring and everything there. That's pretty weird. And I know I've battled with her before. That's why she was blocked. It wasn't like it was some random, just a crazy psycho. So I thought that was interesting. What do you guys think of that? Uh-oh. Something froze right just now. Can you guys still see me? Wait. Oh, yeah. Wow, my battery, I think, in my mouse. Let me go get a different battery really quick for this. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's working. Yeah, doesn't that sound just crazy? Like, it sounds a little weird. And this is a lady, too. Now I'm wondering if the victim, what sex was the victim. All right. I think these were, there we go. Crystal clear. I think it happened a couple weeks back. Here, let me pull up the screenshot here just a second. Where is it? Oh yeah, so first of all, I don't care who these other people are, but there's me. Alright, you can't see it yet. See, there's me blocking Kathy Shugart, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth person ever on my account. Yeah, so hold on, let me get to scroll up a little bit. It just shows you that I know what I'm doing when I'm blocking somebody. They're nuts. So here's the one of the picture that was I don't know sure what site that is, but Kathy Ann Shugart, and there she is right there. Right now she's just arrested on that, so we don't know if if she'll be convicted or anything like that, but she was arrested. And right here it says Shugart. She's 67 years old, white female, criminal sexual conduct with a minor, 11 to 14, second degree, criminal sexual conduct with minor, third degree. So 2 different charges there. And so there you go. And it didn't have, it looks like May 6th. Absolutely wild, huh? We got predators amongst us, just hanging out. Yep, 67. One of those types. Yeah, the predator hunter. That's kind of old. That's older for that type of behavior, but who knows when it happened though? Maybe it was a while ago. So maybe 2017. Alright, so which one should we do? We've got the... Man, there's this crazy one, you guys. I haven't even started because these are just the links, but it's called the Starved Rock Murders. It's pretty crazy. I'm not sure. It looks like it's so complex, and there might be a false confession in that one, so they never caught the actual killer. And the killer in that case has been let out. He served 61 years in prison, and they let him out. He killed 3 women. So I might look into that one at some point. She's just somebody that is in the Facebook groups. She's been an absolute terror for Kelsey, Becky, all those, just like Shattered Mirror. I mean, there's this little cult of wackadoodles. I mean, just nut job psychos, All right, let's do this Willie Court and Ina Court. It's like, I think, a mother and daughter, I think. 1985. You want to do that one? What the hell is this? Okay. They're going back in time. This one might involve a serial killer, too. Officials investigating double homicide. Looks like I gotta adjust the screen or something. I know people get upset when they can't read. There we go. Yeah, about like that. Let's see. Taney County officials are investigating the death of a woman and her son whose bodies were found late Tuesday afternoon at their home here. Sheriff Chuck Keithley said Wednesday. This is in, I believe it's in Missouri. Looks like Forsyth there, but the paper's in St. Louis. So they're investigating the deaths. Before we even get going there, let me create a folder for it. Oops, 2020. Put that one first, the date, and below it, put in the case. See, when I do it like this, it helps find it. If you can find it on YouTube, then you can find the date in here, and that's where the case will be, or just, type it in the search down here and you can find it. Oh yeah, and the body they found today was over here in Bristol, and the Summer Wells case took place over here, and a lot of people are thinking that's hers. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I doubt it. There's just so many bodies out there, like I said. Alright, so Taney County officials are investigating the deaths of a woman and her son whose bodies were found late Tuesday afternoon at their home, Sheriff Chuck Keithley said Wednesday. We are treating this as a double homicide at this time. Keithley identified the victims as Ina Mary Court, 28, and her son, Rory, 4. He said that he had no information on the cause of their deaths and that the bodies were being sent today to Columbia, Missouri for autopsies. Keithley said the two apparently had been dead since Friday. Wow. They were found on Tuesday. Wow, that's quite a few days there. Saturday, Sunday. They've been dead since Friday night or Saturday. The bodies were discovered by the woman's parents when the boy did not show up for babysitting. So they were going to drop she was going to drop her own boy off at that's 4 years old with the parents, I guess. The bodies were on the floor in the living room. No weapons were found at the scene. Keithley declined to comment on the condition of the bodies and refused to release any other information about the investigation. Court was unemployed and divorced. So she had gotten divorced, so that's always kind of like immediate sort of wonder about that. See, Rory Willie Court was going to celebrate his 5th birthday on Saturday, and he was going to go to kindergarten this fall. But on Tuesday, the bodies of Rory and his mother, Ina Court, 28, were found at their Forsyth home by his grandparents. Today, Taney County authorities hope to get more of a clue as to what happened and why. Authorities are calling the deaths a double homicide, but say there are no known suspects or motives. Authorities refuse to reveal the type of injuries until after the autopsy is finished. There are no suspects in the death, he said. If we had any suspects, we'd be making arrests right now. An investigation into the death continues by Taney County Sheriff's Department, which is being assisted by the Missouri State Highway Patrol. The court bodies were discovered about 7 p.m. Tuesday by a woman's parents, Keithley said. Just how long they had been dead had not been established Wednesday. I mean, you'd have to kind of know what they ate on Friday or Saturday. And you might be able to, I don't know, it'd be pretty tough to. Autopsy reveals repeated blows are what killed the mom and the son. A woman and her 4-year-old son, found dead in their home Tuesday, were killed by multiple blows to their heads with a blunt weapon. An autopsy of Enoch Court, 28, and her son Rory revealed they were struck repeatedly with a blunt object sometime last week. The autopsy performed in Columbia determined that the bodies had been in Forsyth's home for several days, probably since Saturday, said Taney County coroner. The autopsies were performed in Columbia by a specialist. I wonder if they found like cereal. They knew that they were dead. Maybe they found like cereal in the stomach of the boy to know. That's why they think likely Saturday. I don't know. The dead woman's parents, Bob and Jill McIntosh of Rockaway Beach, discovered the bodies. I mean, what a nightmare that would be. You know, they go over there to, you know, to wonder why you haven't dropped the 4-year-old off, and you find, not only that, you find your daughter and her son, their grandparent child, dead. The killing still puzzled law enforcement officials Thursday. No firm motives or suspects are known yet. We haven't had a case like this in a long time, Keithley said, but we think we'll work it out. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I think I need like to eat a little bit of an apple. I feel kind of. Do you guys mind? We'll get back to it though. There they are right there, and there's the home. Maybe we can find this thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, quietly frozen. That's pretty amazing. I've had some bad nights, and boom, she jumps in there and makes it reasonable. And then tonight, it was pretty amazing. All right, hold on. Let me. I gotta eat this. You probably don't want to hear it crunching. No, I didn't get chocolate cake. Alright, thanks you guys. I feel better now. Sorry about that. I was hadn't had enough sugar, I guess. Oh man, darn it. Okay, well, there's no street view on Willow Lane. I wonder if it's like right there. Alright, anyways, let's go over here. This one says the house on Willow Lane in Forsyth was the scene of the brutal slaying of Ina Court, 28, and her 4-year-old son Rory. Both died of blows to the head. Let's see. Dual homicide keeps police busy checking leads in quiet Forsyth. Two weeks after 28-year-old Ina Court and her 4-year-old son Rory were found beaten to death in the living room of their home, law enforcement officers say they are continuing to try to piece together enough evidence to make an arrest. My version is we've had several interviews and given several polygraph tests. At this time, we don't have any suspects. Other than saying more interviews and polygraph tests are planned, the sheriff said there really isn't much to say about the case. The first homicide inside the city limits in recent memory. People who might have information useful to the investigation are urged to contact the sheriff's department. Investigators still believe Ina Court, a divorcee who worked for several years at Skaggs Hospital in Branson as a maintenance worker, a janitor, before taking a job with Forsyth's car wash, and her son were last seen alive on July 26 at the Taney County Fair, the sheriff said. Ina Court's parents, Bob and Jill McIntosh of Rockaway Beach, found the bodies on July 30th. So that's 4 days. Bob McIntosh, who operates a service station in Forsyth, said he did not care to talk about his daughter or the investigation. He said he's an expert at working on cars. The officers who are investigating the case are experts at catching criminals, and he wants to leave it at that. Man, isn't that amazing? While Keith Lee and other officers are working on the case, residents have had the time to get on to other matters in this usually quiet courthouse town. Wow, I guess they hear like a chicken outside or something. Keith Lee and Police Chief Lee Shafet said they haven't had a calm and fearful, said they haven't had to calm any fearful residents. And there hasn't been a run of locks or requests for gun permits because of the murders, the sheriff said. Barbara Braden, secretary of the Forsyth Chamber of Commerce, said that is what happened in the split-level house was shocking enough, but it was made even worse because a small child was murdered. Braden said she didn't know Ina Court that well, but made a point of paying attention to Rory Court when she worked at a local cafe. Oh, he was such a sweet little thing, she said of this child who was to have entered kindergarten at the start of the school year. The slayings, meanwhile, have resulted in what, by Taney County standards, is an intensive investigation. Mason said the investigators have concluded that someone either forced entry or exit at the house where Ina Court had been living for about a year. However, robbery has been ruled out, he said. In the yard, a collection of balls and other toys lies on the grass. Let's see if we can, yeah. Because apparently it's off of this road. That, would it be like that? Yeah, that does kind of have the right-ish look to it. Other than this, well, no. All right, so what do you think? So notice how the peak of the ceiling is going that way, and then it goes in right there, right? And then it goes out. So there's actually an indentation and then steps coming up, and then a driveway. Let's see if all that matches. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, this definitely has, you know, that's there, but then there's also this thing. It does indent there, and there's that, but I don't know. It might not be there anymore. I mean, hell, that could have been it right there, right? I mean, it's on Willow Lane. How about that one? That definitely could be it right there, if that's it. Let's look at a different. So if we clear the trees out and it goes like this in and like that, I would bet money that that's it. Let's see. Ah, definitely can see it better though, right? Look at that. That doesn't look like it, but man, that's so close. Let's go back over here now. That's not it, I don't think. So they said it's on this road right here. You know, sometimes you wonder if they change the name at a certain point. I've seen that before. See, it's Willow Lane, and then right here it's something else. So could they have just called it Willow Lane and it was one of these guys? Like that one? Is there anything? No. Damn. That's not right. And so we get, maybe they have it going all the way there. Oh, come on. Come on, really? The only other house. You block it? It's not going to be right, though, anyways. It doesn't have the stairs over there. Don't know. Could be, I thought it was maybe that one, but that's not. Well, I guess that does count because it's the driveway comes off of here. Can't tell. Alright, anyways, let's get off of that one. So that was 1985, you know, August 1st, 2nd, 18th, and this is June 29th. Grand jury panel in Taney County may probe killings. Members of the Taney County jury meeting for the first time today could get a warm-up case before investigating 2 multiple murders. The May 15 shooting death of Lloyd Frankie and William Lawrence, but eventually it says that they're investigating the court case. The 1988 grand jury panel holds first meeting. They talk about it. Let's see. Yeah, Ina Court and her son Rory were found beaten to death in their Forsyth home on July 30th, 1985. They were buried 3 days later on Rory's 5th birthday. Today's opening session will involve selecting 12 grand jurors from a group of 48 potential jurors. Hopefully grand juries aren't, quote, a jury of our peers. You know, I'd like to think that those are the smarter people, you know. Right, and then 2000, so it skips like 12 years later. Victims' relatives may see closure, it says. Law enforcement officials say they've never quit hoping murder will be solved, but when the resolution comes years after the case, it carries a specter from the past. On Wednesday night, after returning from interviewing the alleged killer of Ina and Rory Court, Taney County Sheriff Department investigator Don Swan had a difficult task. He had to call the court's relatives and tell them that after 15 years the killer may have been found. It wasn't an easy call, he said. They had done their best to put this behind them, Swan said. Now this has brought it all back to the forefront. Rory's father, Richard Court, who now lives in Kansas, said a friend in Forsyth, the town where they were murdered, called him Thursday with the news. I've been thinking about it all these years, he said. As far as the crime being solved, I've kind of been dreading it, but I'd like to see the prosecutor get everything he can out of it. He would support the death penalty if Tommy Lynn Sells, now a Texas jail on another murder charge, is convicted, he said. Court said Ina Court, from whom he had been divorced for about a year at the time of the killings, had taken Rory to visit his father in Kansas in early July of 1985. At month's end, Court attended his son's funeral in Forsyth. Let's see, Court and Ina Court, from whom he had been divorced for about a year at the time of the killings. So that they're actually thinking it might be her husband. I mean, this is crazy. So this is the husband she had, and the son is hers. So when you think about, immediately your mind goes, she's divorced, and the ex-husband is always like the first option every time, right? So that's who this guy is. So Court said Ina Court, from whom he had been divorced for about a year at the time of the killing, had taken Rory to visit his father. Okay, so Court said Ina Court, from whom he had been divorced. Okay, no, this is the husband. Never mind. So Court said Ina Court, from whom he had been divorced for a year at the time of the killings, had taken Rory to visit his father in Kansas in early July. At month's end, Court attended his funeral in Forsyth. So this is the father talking about. So it's not really the father, but that is who you think of. I mean, the father is this Tommy Lynn Sells is not. Let's see. What is it saying? He would support the death penalty if Tommy Lynn Sells, now in Texas jail on another murder charge, is convicted. Okay. Court said his ex-wife was real nice, real friendly, probably too friendly. Yeah, so I think this guy's a serial killer right here. Tommy Lynn Sells, jailed in Texas, is a suspect in 2 Taney County homicides. Ina Court and her son Rory may be among 50 he says he's slain. A Texas man who claims he has killed more than 50 people in several states is the key suspect in 2 15-year-old Taney County homicides. Taney County Sheriff's Department investigators Don Swan said at a news conference Thursday that he never stopped looking for the person who beat to death Ina Court, 28, and her 4-year-old son Rory in 1985. It was one of the most brutal killings he's ever seen, Swan said. The last person Court reportedly had been talking to was a carnival worker at the Taney County Fair. In mid-January, Swan read a news report about Tommy Lynn Sells, 35, a former carnival employee, who had told authorities he'd killed dozens of people. Sells is being held in Del Rio, Texas, on a murder charge in the slaying of a 13-year-old girl whose throat was cut. The girl's 10-year-old friend, whose throat was also slashed, survived and was able to identify Sells. When I read the story, I said, "That sounds familiar," Swan says as he tapped the 3 thick binders containing the paperwork of his 15-year investigation. I didn't feel this was a wild goose chase. I thought we had a chance here. On Monday, Swan flew to Texas. It sort of sounds a little bit like the, what's the other guy? Not Ed Edwards. What's the other guy? That's the guy's name I can never remember. He's also in Texas. You know, the guy that claimed to do a bunch of stuff? Come on, you can do it. Type it in. Yeah, Henry Lee Lucas. There you go. Just need a little help. On Monday, Swan flew to Texas and spent the day at the jail. He had lunch with Sells and later decided his hunch was right. Swan said Sells told him things about the Forsyth killing that only investigators and the killer could have known. Except, did you tell them about it, the jail people, before you got there? Swan wouldn't reveal those details, concerned that disclosure might jeopardize the case. Taney County prosecutor Rodney Daniels said Thursday he will consider filing 2 first-degree murder charges against Sells. Sells told me he has killed so many people he lost count, Swan said. This man has major drug and alcohol problems. His memory is not the best in the world. Richard Court, Rory's father, who lives in Lansing, Kansas, said he didn't believe the case would ever be solved, but he was glad to hear the news Thursday, he said. I'd like to see it come to a close, he said. I'd like to see... Come on. Let's see. I'd like to see... I don't know, that doesn't seem to jump right in there. Does it go up here? I'd like to see something. It's supposed to continue on this page, but I don't see where it continues. Autopsy revealed beaten blows killed a woman and her 4-year-old. So this is repeating stories from a long time ago. Slangs of Forsyth mother 4 years stunned the area. So that's an August 1st story, August 2nd. We already covered those. Not sure where the second half of that article went, but definitely didn't go there. And then February 19th, the next day, officials wade through confessions. So it looks like one of her other kids lived. So there's Tommy Lynn Sells, Ina Court, and her son Rory Wright, probably Wright, were found slain. Is this a daughter? Kind of looks related. I mean... Alright, so like law enforcement authorities across the country, Missouri officials are hungry to talk to a man jailed in Del Rio, Texas, who says he's killed dozens from coast to coast. See how he sort of sounds like Lucas right there? No one knows how many people Tommy Lynn Sells, 35, has killed in the past 2 decades, as he drifted state to state as a car salesman and a circus or carnival worker. This week, Sells told a detective in Taney County, where prosecutors are expected to charge the man for 1985 slaying of a mother and child, that he killed so many he's lost count. Now authorities are trying to link his confessions to death. So far, Sells has only been charged with murder in Texas and Kentucky. Yeah. Move on to a different one. Taney County prosecutor Rodney Daniels said he has begun reviewing evidence that could lead to charges against a Texas man for a 1985 double homicide in Forsyth. Daniels said Tuesday that he has received a sheriff's report on an interview with Tommy Lynn Sells, now jailed on murder charges in Texas. as well as reports from the Missouri Highway Patrol on the killing of Ina Court and her 4-year-old son. Daniels said he won't make a final decision on filing charges until he gets physical evidence, now in storage. Alright, Sells confesses to 13 slayings. From a jail cell in South Texas, Tommy Lynn Sells has now confessed to 13 people in 7 states with guns, knives, and a bat, a shovel, and an ice pick in his bare hands. My God, the guy is a killing machine. There's actually interviews with him on YouTube. You should check him out. He's crazy. Sells 35 is in the Valverde County Jail, where he is charged with capital murder and attempted murder for slashing the throats of Kayleen Harris, 13, and Crystal Searles, 10, on December 31st in Del Rio. Harris died almost instantly while Searles ran to a neighbor's house for help. She survived and helped create a composite portrait that led authorities. That's amazing. I mean, the composite led right to the arrest. In Forsyth, Missouri, he is a suspect in the 1985 killing of Ina Court, 28, and her son. And our September Sells case will go to jury soon. I think it's a different case, though. Sells has also confessed to killing Ina Court, and so let's get to skip through these a little bit. Drifter accused of capital murder awaits fate. So, the case of a 36-year-old drifter accused of capital murder in December, throat slashing. The 13-year-old girl will soon be in the hands of the jury. Sells court-appointed attorney Victor Garcia did not call any witnesses. During the 3 days of testimony, jurors heard written confessions from Sells that were read aloud, watched a videotape confession, and listened to gripping testimony from an 11-year-old girl who also was attacked by Sells but survived. The girl, Crystal Searles of Yates Center, Kansas, that's kind of interesting they would put her name out there, said she tried to remain still and silent on the top of a bunk bed as she watched Sells slit the throat of Kayleen, a family friend she had been visiting. She said Sells then cut her throat, and she waited for him to leave before seeking help. So she pretended she was dead. Can you believe that? In a confession read in court, Sells admitted to sexually assaulting Kayleen before slashing her throat, a combination that could land him on death row. He pleaded guilty to attempted murder for the attack on Crystal, but pleaded innocent to capital murder in Kayleen's death. Although Sells confessed to killing the girl, Garcia worked to show that no physical evidence could prove Kayleen was raped. For Sells to be convicted of capital murder, prosecutors must show that he committed a felony while killing. Since his arrest January 2nd, Sells has confessed to at least a dozen murders in 7 states. Right here it says, Ina and Rory Court bodies were discovered by Rory's grandparents days before his 5th birthday. The two had, according to autopsies, been dead about 3 days. The last person Court reportedly had been seen talking to before she was killed was a carnival worker at the Taney County Fair. The carnival worker was Sells, Swan said. Oh, God. That's got to be the guy, right? I mean, he's a killer. I mean, the odds are so low that it's not him. When you have a serial killer-like person, and here we go, that's one of the guys she last talked to. The last person Court reportedly had been talking to before she was killed was a carnival worker at the Taney County Fair. The carnival worker was Sells. Taney County prosecutor Rodney Daniels has been reviewing evidence in the case, but has not yet filed charges against Sells. Sells is also charged with murdering Lexington, Kentucky, where prosecutors say he killed Haley McCone, 13, in May while he was playing in a park near her. Well, she was playing in a park near her home. Yeah, I don't believe in coincidences like that. They do happen, but that's not one of them. Drifter convicted of killing 13-year-olds. So a drifter was who allegedly confessed to slaying more than a dozen people, including a Taney County woman and her 4-year-old son in July 1985. Okay, so that's why she was on stand, because she was an adult now. Wonder why that took so long. I mean, she was a witness that led to him, so how come it took so long to... Tommy Lynn Sells, 36, was convicted of capital murder and faces life in prison or lethal injection. And 2 days later, Sells to die for Texas teen's murder. Yeah, well, it's Texas, you know. No, that's not where this was, I guess, but I don't know. Texas doesn't fool around at all, like on stuff like that. Some Taney County residents spent a lot of time Wednesday wondering how Tommy Lynn Sells would be punished, but it took Texas jurors only 2.5 hours Wednesday to decide that he should die for slashing the teen's throat while she lay in bed. Sells has confessed to at least a dozen murders across the nation, including the 1985 beating death of Ina Court and her 4-year-old son. So he admits to doing this. Taney County Sheriff's Department investigators Don Swan said before the verdict was in that he expected Sells to be sentenced to death, and he would rather the 36-year-old former carnival worker stay in a Texas prison until that happens. There you go. And then, I don't know, like a month later, serial killer suspected in girl's death. There's a different person now. After 3 frustrating years of no clues in the slaying of a Springfield teenager, authorities say a serial killer who claims he's responsible for as many as 60 murders, Henry Lee Lucas, is their main suspect. But it could be 3 weeks before Greene County prosecutors decide whether to charge Tommy Lynn Sells, already on death row, with killing Stephanie Mahaney. Sells, 36, is also Taney County's key suspect in the 1985 slaying of Ina Court, 28. So he was already a suspect in that one before, because they already knew that he had talked to her, and then he became this killer. So that's what's interesting about it. Authorities insisted they aren't pinning, they're not planning Mahaney's slaying on they're not pinning Mahaney's slaying on a convicted killer, a man who says he's killed so many that he's forgotten some, to clear the rural county only unsolved murder case in 20 years. Information on Sells is convincing, they say, and details soon to come out from his October 12th interview with Detective Jim Arnott will show that. There are things Sells knew that only the perpetrator would know, he said. Greene County Prosecutor Del Moore. Mahaney's mother, Suzanne Martin, the girl's mother, wants to know everything before she truly believes her oldest daughter's killer is caught. Wednesday news conference hearing some details for the first time. Martin wiped fast-flowing tears from her face and said it will take days before what she heard sinks in. Serial killer? Martin asked, shaking her head in disbelief. It was hard enough saying my daughter was killed, and we don't know who did it. That was hard enough. Now to say my daughter was killed and police think it's a serial killer who did it. Who understands that? Authorities say it is not something they're trying to understand right now, but something they're trying to prove. They believe Sells was in Springfield in October of 1997, stalking another little girl when he came upon Mahaney, but they won't say whether Sells confessed. We can't wow, that means there's another girl that had this guy following her. How would they even know that? We can't comment on what was or was not told to Mr. Arnott, Moore said. Authorities won't say how cells came upon Mahaney, only let's see. That he believes that a 1983 Chevy black van in Mahaney's North Robinson Avenue neighborhood, less than 2 blocks from Cox Medical Center North. This is a crime of opportunity, said Greene County Sheriff John Piermont. Mahaney was first reported missing October 15, 1997. The night before, she and two siblings had gone to the hospital to see Martin, who had pneumonia. Then Martin's fiancée took the kids home and put them to bed before returning to spend the night at the hospital. The next morning, Stephanie was gone. See, it's sort of weird. It's just this guy. How did he even know that? She had locked the door before she left. Her purse, clothes, and hairbrush were left behind, a sign her mom says indicates she hadn't meant to be gone long. Martin said she tried in vain to convince Springfield police that her daughter hadn't run away. Then one day, as she searched for her daughter, Martin felt something inside. At the time, she described it as a gnawing feeling in her stomach, an ache in her heart. As her mom, I felt it, she said. November 20th, 1997. 2 days after her daughter's body was found, I wake up one morning and I no longer feel my daughter is alive. Medical examiners say Mahaney was strangled. Hunters found her partially clothed body floating in a pond just off Missouri 266 at Farm Road 99. Let me see if that's just a, I just want to see that one. Farm Road 99. Oh, there it is. That maybe. And is there a 266 up here? Well, that's Missouri 266 and North Farm Road 99. I don't see a pond right there, but body floating in a pond just off Missouri 266 at Farm Road 99. Well, this is 1997, same year, everything. I mean, I know that it looked like there was a pond. Oh no, that's North Farm Road. How about if I... Well, it's Missouri 266, Farm Road 99. That's about the only option. I don't know where the pond is, though. There's a pond. Is that a pond right there? That's close. Yeah, maybe that's it. 97, it was, yeah, so you could have driven there. Wasn't as, like now it's much more developed there. But 97, there was just a pond. Like you could driven here and put her in that. So that's probably it. Now there's like a house right there, I think. Yeah, so maybe he drove back there. So there's a pond. That's the only pond that I could find. All right. Early on, authorities said whoever killed the teen must have known the area, known where that pond was. Yeah, see. They aren't saying now how familiar Sells is with the area, how he would have gotten to that pond. Add to those questions the many more that Martin herself had. Why did her daughter go outside? Did Sells come inside her house with two other children asleep in their beds? I want to ask him everything, Martin said. Martin admits she lost faith that investigators would find a killer. A picture of the teen robbed of her 14th birthday still hangs in the office. He has been hungry for leads, any and all. When Sells told Texas authorities earlier this year he traveled the country killing people during the past 18 years, dozens of detectives wanted to talk to him. Yeah, to clear your books. Now comes another waiting game. As Martin waits for prosecution, she waits for another gnawing feeling. Alright, let's see. So then, 4 months after that, reflection in a killer's eyes. So this might be interesting. Yeah, so he did some interviews. I'll have to check those out. But you guys need to type more, you know. I haven't seen anything. I mean, it just went. Yeah, hell, ask each other about the weather and do something. Tommy Lynn Sells tells of his wife's trail of death with a mix of pride and rage. Tells of his trail of death. Huh. With mixed pride and rage. From behind a glass partition at Texas Death Row, Tommy Lynn Sells' light green eyes widen when he's asked about his childhood. He glares angrily. He won't talk about it. He slams his palm on the table and shifts his weight as if he's about to walk out. He will talk about the killings, though, the 70 slangs he says he's committed in deserted parks and rural mobile homes and sleepy urban neighborhoods across the country. He grins. It's a subject he can warm up to. His eyes glisten. He's having fun with the interviewer, taking his visitor to places no one can, places he's left bodies to rot, parents to grieve. Why do I kill, he asks. I've got a billion theories, but anything I say will not justify it. Today he's not sharing those theories. He'd rather talk about how. He claims a 20-year spree of violence that he can recall in intimate detail, his victims' faces, their clothing, the way they died. Sells says says up to 70 people have stared into his eyes right before he strangled, shot, or beat them to death. Authorities believe he's confirmed 13 of those slayings, including the death of a child in Springfield in 1997. Stephanie Mahoney, 13, disappeared from her home and was found dead in a farm pond. That's got to be it. 35 days later. And the way they said it, like, you'd have to know it was there. I totally get it. Like, how would you know that that pond was there? That's got to be the pond. He's been linked to killings, and he's given details about those deaths that only the killer and law enforcement officers should know. But those are not yet confirmed. In that group are the slayings of Taney County, of Ina Court, 28, and her son Rory Court, 4. He is scheduled to die in the next few years for killing another 13-year-old girl, this one in Texas. But first, officials want information from him. Names, details, confessions. They believe behind those eyes are the answers to dozens of homicide cases. Mahaney is the latest name added to that list. 3 autumns ago, the Jarrett middle schooler was strangled and dumped in the pond. Speaking softly over the prison phone, Sells describes that October night when he sat outside her apartment, watching, waiting. Why Stephanie? It was murky night. On the North Robertson Avenue, the leaves still were thick on the tree after a balmy autumn, but for Stephanie Mahaney, there was nothing too unusual about the evening of October 15th. (1997). So it was October 15th, 1997. The last day of her life. It was a school night. Stephanie had spent the evening visiting her mother in Cox Medical Center North before returning home and heading to bed. Her mother's boyfriend, Rob Martin, stayed at the apartment playing video games until Stephanie and her 2 younger siblings were fast asleep. He then slipped back to the hospital to be with their mother, who had pneumonia. Unknown to Martin and the sleeping Stephanie, a killer was lurking outside, slouched in a black van. Man, there goes my stomach. Circumstances, even Sells doesn't understand, led him to the street outside the Mahaney second-floor apartment. Yeah, I mean, how did he know that? He was just cruising, he says, traveling. Having journeyed from St. Louis that afternoon, he arrived in the Center City Springfield neighborhood sometime after dark. High on heroin, he sat staring at the leafy oaks and elms and maples in the 1300 block of North Robertson. Let's see, where is that? 1300 North Robertson. There it is. This is in Springfield, right? That makes sense, because that's where she was found. And is that Robertson? This way. Yeah, so it'd be somewhere around in here. Just kind of a general... Yeah, that's exactly how it was described there. That's like a totally idyllic neighborhood there, isn't it? From death row, Sells refused to give many details about the night he says he killed Stephanie, partly because he admits he's toying with the interviewer, partly because when you kill as much as Sells claims, he has some details get lost in the numbers. Why was Sells on Robertson Avenue? That's just where I ended up, he says, with a grin and a shrug. He says he killed Stephanie out of rage. Rage at whom? Rage at a girl who liked to tease with family and who was ribbed for being a homebody. Rage because she wasn't the faceless, brown-haired woman he had been watching alongside the street in his van, and the one he thought he was going to get. Those answers and many others Sells won't give as he sits in the spotlight with police from all across the nation wanting to grill him. But one question still troubles Stephanie's family and friends. Why Stephanie and not someone else? Sells is thoughtful a moment before he answers, a smile spreading beneath his pockmarked cheeks. Luck of the draw, I guess. Like a storm cloud gathering strength, Sells leans forward, his voice rising, not so much in anger as in frustration. He doesn't much care for people who don't believe he killed Stephanie or all the others. How did I know what was on her shirt? Sells asked. How did I know where it was on the second floor? How did I know about the apartment? How did I know she was in the pond? It takes Sells a moment to recover from the rant. I either have a very good case of ESP or I know about these murders. That's crazy. Where did that end? Oh, there it is. Authorities are becoming believers, especially when he offers details no one would know but the killer. Sells described Stephanie's auburn hair, her freckles, her glasses, and her nightshirt all before he was shown her picture. Texas Rangers say, so Texas Rangers are the people that were feeding Henry Lee Lucas information, so we don't know. Texas Rangers say Sells paints a gruesome picture of the 13 murders they're sure he committed. How a San Antonio 9-year-old who was wearing pink nail polish, how he killed a family of 4 in Ina, Illinois in 1987, beating them with bats and sexually mutilating the father. As accurate as he's been about the details, he also exaggerates. He once told Texas authorities he was a lumberjack in Oregon. Oh my God, I'm so connected to the case now. Come to find out, he cut firewood, Ranger Coy Smith said. Well, that sounds like Greeno type of thing. Oh yeah, I'm a lumberjack. Well, you just cut firewood. Okay. It's like a game to him, Smith said. I think he likes it when you fish for it. I'm good. Growing up, Sells went from home to home, from one situation to another, he says. As a child, Sells wanted to be a fireman. He liked to fish. In family photos, he's smiling, happy kid. Authorities say Sells has talked about being abused as a teen. He wouldn't confirm that in the February 7th interview, and more than once refused to talk about his family or his childhood. Despite the brutality of his crimes, no trail ever led to Sells. With only an 8th grade education, Sells has proved to be brilliant in killing. On December 31st, 1999, Sells' life took a drastic turn. He climbed through a window of a mobile home in Del Rio, Texas. Inside, Kayleen Katie Harris, 13, slept on the bottom bunk in her bedroom as Sells sliced off her bra and panties with a knife, then slashed her throat. He realized something had happened that he hadn't counted on. Katie's best friend, Crystal Searles, was watching in horror from the top bunk. Crystal covered her throat, begging Sells not to kill her. He cut her throat and ran from the house. Crystal was still alive. Sells didn't check to make sure she was dead. His only mistake, he says, in 20 years of killing. I mean, it's interesting, like, if he really is the killer, that one mistake is the only reason he even got caught. Now, they might have been able to do DNA stuff later, but... Thinking everyone in the Harris house had been killed, 10-year-old Crystal ran a quarter of a mile to a neighbor's house, blood spouting from her neck and her vocal cords severed. As the neighbors dialed 911, she wrote a question on a piece of paper. Am I going to die? Sells calls Searles a hero. That night in Del Rio, he says, it's the only time he didn't abide by a motto passed on to him by his father. Dead men tell no tales. Well, man, who the hell did his father kill, huh? Texas Ranger Smith said Sells has mentioned the aphorism before. If they are dead, they can't tell on him. That's how little he thinks of life. From her hospital bed, bandages hiding her neck, Crystal described, hopefully they had at the time put guards on her. Crystal described her best friend's killer to a police sketch artist. Kayleen's father took one look at the drawing and knew it was Sells, with whom he had once gone to church. Sells confessed to killing Kayleen, but did not stop there, pouring out 2 decades of killing little Haley McCone in Lexington, Kentucky, a hobo in Tucson who didn't pay Sells for a joint, the Dardine family. Dardine. Haven't we done the Dardine? Yeah, there it is. The Dardine family. So he did that one too, huh? Wow. We have it right there. What was, oh yeah, wasn't that the one? Oh, that's that one this isn't that long ago we did this one. It was December, but I remember this one. Yeah, it was kind of a bizarre story, wasn't it? I don't remember the details, but it was like, there was, I remember we went around, yeah, God, man, I can't remember exactly. Where their bodies were found. Do you guys remember that one? The map is totally ringing a bell. I just don't remember the story. I knew the name sounded familiar. He's scheduled to die. He's been linked to other killings and given details. Ina was wearing where the body lay in the mobile home and where Rory's body was. Let's see. Ina Court, 28, and her son Rory Court, 4. Sells knew what Ina was wearing, where her body lay in the mobile home, and where Rory's body was. Authorities say Sells is probably the killer. He is scheduled to die in the next few years for killing another 13-year-old. Where does it say Dardine in here again? I can't find it. Killings. Appeared 35. He was linked to other killings. Enforcement, but those are not confirmed. Taney County, Enid Court. Where the hell is the Dardine? I can't see it anymore. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. The car. I remember the car was. That's what I was wondering. I knew there was. It was just a really weird set of circumstances. Yeah, I don't know. It sort of sounds familiar though, Zozo. What you're typing in there. Oh wait, I think I was on another page is what the deal is here. Yeah, that's right. I wasn't here. I was on here, that's why it was. Okay, yeah. I was wondering what the hell happened there. For now, police are at Sells' mercy. Okay, talked about DNA here. So during the interview, Alan said Arnott and quietly listened to Sells confess. After 3 years of looking, Arnott wasn't going to volunteer any information that Sells killed her. He'd have to prove it. Arnott will say little about his interview with Sells or whether he thinks he did it. Greene County prosecutor Daryl Moore said he wants to be sure himself. Greene County authorities have sent Stephanie's clothing back to a lab for DNA testing, but Sells has yet to be linked to any DNA evidence. Smith hopes a first is coming soon, since segments of Sells aired on 2 consecutive weeks of 48 hours. Smith is waiting to hear whether the DNA matches Sells. AY in the road. For now, police are at Sells' mercy. He says he's never premeditated a killing. The urge just comes upon him once he killed after hopping on a train and seeing a little girl playing alone, he says. Other times he's killed out of rage or to get rid of a woman who could turn him in on a sexual assault. If the killing is sexual, you stay alive a while, Sells says. If it's a rage killing, then you die right then. What was Stephanie? Sells offers a single word, rage. Unlike most serial killers who kill for the glory and to be known, Sells says he killed for one reason, self-preservation. Getting all this attention only came after he got caught. So he would kill just so he couldn't be identified. So the killing wasn't part of his joy. That was just self-preservation. That's interesting. Sells doesn't have a type of victim. His lists include men, women, children, and families. He kills night and day in house, on the street, or in the park. Sells doesn't agree that there's no pattern. To me, there is a pattern, he says. A very big pattern. But he says he doesn't have the time to discuss it during his interview. The clock is ticking, he says. The only time he shows a hint of remorse is when he talks about having sex with the children. Many times he refused to talk about it at all. I get a block, he says. I don't like dealing with the kids. When you brought up Stephanie, it blew me. Still, he admits to killing them and raping them. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Eugenie. Oh, boy. Man. That was Big sneeze. Leaving them in a pond or beating them to death with a bat, as he says he did to Peter Dardine, 3, and his newborn sister Casey. Why do I kill? I think it's something that has happened in my past, some kind of trauma, Cell says. There comes a time in your life when you come to a Y in the road, and you either go the right way or the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Sitting on death row with 446 other criminals, Cells doesn't get television and didn't see the 48 hours report about him. He sees no other inmates. He is in the cell 23 hours a day. He's certainly not having much fun here. In a letter this week, Cells wrote, If I like it or not, them Texas Rangers with the help of 48 hours have my name out there bigger than Ted Bundy or any other serial killer. I'm fascinating the world, he said. Ugh. And about a month later, thanks, Joanne Allen. Okay, well, he just says he killed dozens again. Let me go to this last part here. 2014, Texas executes serial killer with new supply. I mean, what a weird, A serial killer was put to death Thursday after the U.S. Supreme Court rejected his lawyer's demand that the state release information about where it gets its lethal injection drug. I mean, what a ridiculous. Hey, you guys, thanks. Yeah, what's going on? Thank you. You guys are awesome. Cells declined to give. So this is really about, let's see here. Tommy Lynn Cells, 49, was the first inmate to be injected with a dose of newly replenished phenobarbital that Texas prison officials obtained to replace an expired supply. Cells declined to give a statement as the drug began flowing into his arms inside the death chamber in Hudsonville. I think I believe that he is the killer of all these people. He didn't seem like... he was just okay. He knew he was going to die, and, Cells took a few breaths, his eyes closed, and he began to snore. After less than a minute, he stopped moving. He was pronounced dead at 6:27 p.m., 13 minutes after being given the phenobarbital. Terry Harris, whose 13-year-old daughter, Kayleen Harris, was fatally stabbed by Cells in 1999, watched as Cells was executed, saying that the injection was way more gentle than what he gave out. What a great day, the father said, as witnesses turned to leave the death house. Cells' lawyers had made a plea to the Supreme Court earlier in the day after federal appeals court on Wednesday allowed the execution to remain on schedule. A lower court had stopped the execution Wednesday, ordering the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to reveal more information about the drug supplier, but the ruling was quickly tossed on appeal. Cells, who claimed to have committed as many as 70 killings across the U.S., also lost an appeal before the High Court. Anyways, he was executed. All right. I want to check something out, though. I want to look at that Dardine. Just want to see what that was about. It's bugging me that I can't remember. Yeah, Tommy Lynn... Oh, well, his name was on the file that I had. Tommy Lynn Cells, Illinois Dardine. So we even talked it. That's why his name sounded familiar, too, to me. Oh, man, the folder's empty for some reason. You serious? Maybe I never did that one. No, I had to have done it because I've got the... Yeah, it says December. There it is. Yeah. All right. There we go. So this is the folder I had on that one, and it actually has cells related to it. I just want to see what it was about in general. So we can just remember it. Yeah, we covered the whole thing. I just can't remember. Police investigating the slaying of a young Ina family worked in silence Saturday, with officials attached the probe. Coroner Frank Jefferson County. Let's see. We're making a good. Let me just go to the first one. That's probably the one that described. Authorities are seeking a rural Ina man for questioning in the slaying of his wife and 3-year-old son. So that's when they thought he was part of it, but they actually found his body later. In a statement, Pitchford said authorities found the bodies of Ruby Elaine Dardine, 30, and her son Peter in their mobile home along Illinois 37, south of Ina. Deputies investigated after the mother of Russell Keith Dardine, 29, husband and father of the victims, called the sheriff's department at 5:30 p.m. Wednesday and expressed concern about the well-being of her son and daughter-in-law. The Dardines were former Mount Carmel residents and moved to the Ina area about a year ago. Authorities described Russell Keith Dardine as 5 feet 8, 145 pounds. The Dardines were reportedly seen in Mount Carmel last weekend, according to the Evening News. Yeah. Let's see. Foster said Dardine last reported for work last Friday or Saturday and did not show up Monday to pick up his paycheck before starting work for the inner-city water system. I don't really care where he worked before. All right, let me go to the go right here. Okay, now they find him. So now I remember. That's what I was. That's the in my mind. That was the vague remembrance. Was a car like his? They even shows you in the pins. You know. So there's Russell found over here, in that. I don't remember what. You know, this Lloyd guy here. I can't remember what that was about, but. Let's see. Let's just see what this has for the timeline. The body of Russell Dardine, 29, was discovered at 6:30 p.m. Thursday along a road near Rend Lake College in rural Ina, just south of Mount Vernon. The body was found by a maintenance worker at the college. The bodies of Dardine's wife, Ruby, and the couple's 3-year-old son, Peter, were found late Wednesday in their mobile home along Illinois 37. Garrettson has ruled all 3 deaths homicide. Garrettson also said all 3 probably were killed at the same time, sometime Wednesday morning. Deputies discovered the first... I wonder why Sells would have thought he needed to move his body. Maybe to make it look like he was the killer or something. And then their eyes would be off of him. Self-preservation. Anyways, I'm not going to go through that whole case again, but there we go. I think it got a little bit more gruesome later, but alright, well, I think that's going to do it, you guys. 3 hours and 12 minutes, a successful donation night. Very cool. I really appreciate all of the support. Looks like another PayPal came in right at the end there. By maybe 2 actually. Donna Scott and Nicole Bennett. Thank you. Did I get you guys? I'll just put these ones in there. I think I did, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, I think I did. All right, you guys. So now I'm going to read through. I got to go find the file, the folder that had all the names in it. Didn't they have the father? Yeah, there's something like that, like his, yeah. Something disturbing for sure. So I wonder why he would have done that. See, that sounded more like he cheated on her or something. I don't know, that was just a weird, that was a weird one. Alright, thank you to Regina Carter, Allie Cake, Lane S, Tiffany May, Kim F. Sharp Harp, Alice Patak, Kathy Freidenmaker, Amber Maiden with a cat eye donation, Sherlock, well, it was more the UFO, but it was right, you know. Sherlock Hemlock, Sarcastic Siren, Lori Fisher, Georgina Stoliker with a cat eye, and then Slap White 20, Jillian Pearson, Tina Susser, Jeff Fiedler, or is it Fiedler? Sadie B, Mary Harris, cat eye, Colin Pendleton, Christy Lynn Snow, Tiffany May, Kit Kat, Billy Juliana, cat eye, thank you, R.M. Bell, Plato, Cheyenne R, and then out of nowhere, it was Quietly Frozen with a octuplet cat eye donation. I mean, it was just 400, all right? And then Bama Forever with 100, double cat eye. Eugenie with a cat eye. The Velvet Army with a cat eye. Sherlock Hemlock. Karen Shank Chapman. Chasing Truth. Miss L. Sleuth in Sandals. Kindness Cake, True Crime Maria, and then Lynette Burns. We're all survivors of something. That's a name of actual name of somebody. Cindy Leon, Melinda Moda Maiden, Scott Holland, Jessica Schubach, Vicky H, Mrs. Ryan, cat eye donation, Suzanne, Nick Gola Podrick, cat eye donation, thank you. Kristen Cure, Lane Doon, WNC Granny 1. I think she won one of the drawings too, right? K-Dog, Eugenie, Joanne Allen, Jessica Schubach, and Cammie Curry. All right, you guys, thank you very much. And we've got the, and then we're going to go to PayPal though. Hold on. So in PayPal, we've got Linda Howe, Plato, Miss Angels, Paulette Leonard, Kenneth Brown, Lisa Mosley, thank you. And then Your Gypsy, Shazzy D, and then Nikki DP with a cat eye and a half. Tawny Lee, and then B Mountains with a double cat eye. Tina Susser, and then oh yeah, something. I don't want to say it right. Nance. How do you say the name in there? Now I gotta go look it up. Hold on. Ah. How do I say it right in there? Oh yeah. Oops. I have to replace all those. I want to make sure I don't put the wrong... I mean, I got the real name here. I don't know if that's okay or not. But Nancy... maybe I remember what her name is on YouTube. But it's Nancy R, we'll say. With a double cat eye there. And then Marine Co. TTJO. Donna Scott and Nicole Bennett. All right, awesome. So I've got them all here. I'm just trying to figure out, is it going to fit into the wheel? Oh no. We'll see. It's going to be one of the most narrow wheels you've ever seen. No, I think it was some other Nancy something. All right. Look at that. Yeah, so we're gonna do basically here's what we're gonna do on here. We're gonna do what I said I was gonna do 3 tumblers or something. Yeah, we're going to do 3 tumblers, all right? 3 everything tumblers. That's it. All right, so we're going to shuffle, 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 and here we go. We already did all the other... Being Nancy. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me fix it. Okay. Is that all there was? Hold on. Weird, they're all spread out somehow. Anyways. Alright, let me get back over to here. Put those back in there. Alright. Here comes the let's get our cool jazz music playing again now. I know you guys are all waiting for that. Just great. If you do anything else tonight, we just that just brings sort of a happy feeling. Quietly frozen. You can get the everything. You can get any tumbler you want, or a hoodie or something. Tell me what you want. Quietly frozen. Do you want a hoodie? How about that? What do you want? I can send you a hoodie. We Are Freaks hoodie. How about that one? Or Nefarious. Which one do you want? You can get a hoodie. just have to tell me the color. Tumblr's hoodie, sure. Okay, you want the Nefarious hoodie. Okay, you just send me an email with the color and the size. All right. Does that sound good? All right. Oh, really? I like it, Eggy Noodles. I think it's awesome. But go troll elsewhere, okay? Alright, cool. Shovel. And here we go. Everything Tumblr. Wait. Look at that. That's amazing. We got that name figured out. And Being Nancy won. All right. That's pretty funny. All right, here we go, you guys. There you go. Lisa Mosley, you won the other tumbler. Okay. Maybe I'll do one more. We'll do the Freak Heart Sketch Mug. Alright, here we go. Freak Heart Sketch Mug. Tiffany May. There we go. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. We gave out a ton of stuff tonight. I think tonight we gave out at least 9 different items. But thank you guys very much for making it a successful last night of the month donation night. Despite my lack of belief that it was going to turn into anything at the beginning of the show. Because you got to admit, like, in terms of a normal night, it was started off really, like, not the normal night. But then maybe it was because it was a little early. I don't know. You guys made me believers, man. You made me believers. Yeah, it's hard to know. Oh. But yeah, send me if you're a winner, send me the okay. If you want, you're all winners, okay? But if you won an actual item, send me an email, all right? I don't know if Beholder kept track of those somewhere, but might be necessary on a night like this. Hey, thanks, Jessica Schumacher. All right, well, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And guess what? Tomorrow, we start it all over again. Another month. Huh? What does that mean, Zozo? I don't get it. You gotta reword that. It sounds like you're calling everybody losers. Let's see. You need to say something like, if you're a loser, don't send Gray an email. Don't send Gray an email, losers. Jeez. Wow. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. Awesome. Who knows what we'll be talking about tomorrow. Maybe I'll do one of those other ones. That case with the cop was a pretty crazy one. But I'm hoping to get an interview with the brother in the more recent case that we just did. And my brain doesn't remember stuff that quick. The, let's see, I think it's on the 29th. I remember the date. Yeah, Megan Marone. For some reason, her name doesn't just keep popping into my head like other cases do. I don't know why some are like that. Let me just try to do it. Megan Marone. Megan. Okay. Yes. Well, thank all you guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? So thank you again. Thank you, special thanks to everybody out there, especially like Quietly Frozen. I mean, that was, it's still, look at it. It was so much that the super chat is still at the top of the show 3 hours later. All right. So anyways, thank you very much. And thanks to everybody out there that helped. I mean, everybody combining together made it. So this month we donated $4,500 to charity, as well as supporting my channel and keeping us going. And we're now at $20,335. There was $1,000 that I added an extra 500 to make up for 500. That was of 1,000. We sent 1,000 to Texas EquiSearch. It came back as a receipt from PayPal, but it never made it to them, nor was it taken out of my account. So I added an extra 500 to, we'll get them again another 500 later in the month, or during the middle of the month or something, to get that back to where it was supposed to have been. All right. So awesome, everybody. See you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a... Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person.
Not one?
Crime dissector and rejector, certified human lie detector. Gonna get you on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector.
Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Green's gonna give another lecture. Crime go like the freak connector. And I know it's gonna be a puppet vector, like a interceptor.
And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to it. Alright, everybody? Talk to you.
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
That's just one step above stupid.
Did you hear what I said?
Make no.
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
Good night, everybody!
Yeah, would you quit playing around with all the sound effects and everything? I was just... God, Mario. You're like, basically you're like Chloe or Zozo, just, All right, you guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe out there. Mick, no. Boom!